Muslims started to migrate to the UK in the 1960s and 1970s. The first mosque in Blackburn was in 1965, Billing Street, Audley Range, which was approximately £200, a two-up, two-down house. Later, another masjid was started in Oswald Street, beginning in a house, then expanded to two houses on the corner. There were a few hundred Muslims in Blackburn at the time, mostly from India and Pakistan. At the time, there were very few children attending madrasas in various houses. A few years later, a school building was bought, St. Michael with St. John's School, which meant more madrasa classes could start, about 20 plus classes. Late 1970s, another masjid on Milham Street, which was another house, converted to a masjid. Then on Troy Street, a theatre was bought, also converted to a masjid. And Masjid-e-Irfan was then bought, and which was originally a pub. Masjid-e-Sajideen also started as a madrasa first, known as Madrasa Islamia, to emphasize on the education aspect. In 1966, in Daisy Street, they bought a house for £265. Eventually, Masjid-e-Sajideen bought a theatre on Plaintree Road, which is a current masjid as well. What we heard from our elders was that times were very harmonious and there was very little money and very little wealth, but overflowing love and unity and peace. People would go around collecting pennies, literally 5p, 10p, 20p for the masjids. Eid Salah was offered annually in King George's Hall, as there was no masjid big enough to cater for everyone. In 1984, the first Muslim girls' school under the name of Tawheedul Islam began as a private school and then later became a voluntary aided school in 2006, and it now runs under the name of Star Academies, which have around 31 schools up and down the country in Blackpool, Bacup, Morecambe, Salford, all non-faith schools, and also Eden Primary Schools, faith and non-faith schools. That's nearly 20,000 children, many of which are in deprived areas. The Academy also offers support to teachers, training to SLT members. In Blackburn, we also have many boys' schools, such as the Darul Uloom on Moss Street, where I attended myself. They recently opened a girls' school too, adjacent to the boys' building. Islamia Girls' School, Al-Islah Girls' School. These are all top performing schools in Blackburn. The Muslim community in Blackburn is around 35% of the population, and it's contributed massively to Blackburn through education and business. For example, Euro Garages has supplied jobs to thousands of people up and down the country. They also support many charities and good causes. The IMO organisation offers support to those with learning difficulties and health issues and sports and activities for the youth. We also have many charities in Blackburn who operate around the country and internationally. I remember a couple of years ago, not so long ago, during the lockdown period, Muslim charities were offering food parcels and essential packages to people of all faiths and all backgrounds. Even now, currently, they hold food banks and assist with humanitarian needs. In a saying of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the best of people are those who are most beneficial to people. We have 40 masjids in Blackburn, people from different backgrounds speaking different languages. The masjids offer talks and lectures, counselling, education, secular and Islamic education as well. They regularly hold open days where people of different faiths can observe Salah, the prayer, and we also have specific programs for women too. As Ramadan is round the corner, I will mention that this is a special time of the year, and it has been a difficult few years with Ramadan in the summer months. In the summer months, May, June, July, we used to fast up to 16, 17 hours. Muslims would still go to work, our children still went to school. I even remember the time they were doing the GCSE exams in the summer months whilst fasting, and it was a very tedious task. I know many people, all of different faiths, who join us in fasting too. Fasting is proven to be healthy for the mind and body. It is a time we give the most charity. Just in the month of Ramadan, in 30 days, we give approximately £100 million. That's from British Muslims in 1 month. A time to reflect on our blessings and advantages we have in the UK. Ramadan is a month to think about the poor and show kindness to family and our neighbours. Another saying of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, verily Allah is gentle and He loves gentleness in all matters. Eid is celebrated at the end of Ramadan, a day of happiness and often spent with family and relatives. Keeping ties with relatives is highly encouraged in Islam.